What? That's not good. Oh, Mr. Well, you were a good friend for about 5 years, but I burned you out, so I'm going to have to give you a deserved rest and replace you. Turn the power off to the well.
Drug addiction and completely
Wow.
So, would you do your part and we'll do our part together?
Yeah, I think I need a couple of pieces from the well parts. Yeah, I need that and that, and I might need this. Yeah, okay.
Everybody, that God loves the power one die, yet perhaps for a good man some would dare to die, but God commended his love, and you that were once alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath just as Maine and the whole Roman army collapsed. When he gets in any trouble, I'll just say, get him, Jesus, zap, and down they go. There's a sense of invincibility, you see. He has a sense that there's nothing that is on his side. You see, he knew who was on his side, and that's where the resource came. I think about the host of Midian, 1,000 soldiers, the crack troops, you know, going to go out and fight Midian, and the Lord says, look, you get up on a mountain and ring the host of Midian down in the valley, and when I give you the word, blow the trumpet, bust the pitcher, and arrows, pick up the candle, and we'll win the battle. And you know what happened? They did, and the host of Midian got up and killed each other. Listen, Gideon knew who was on his side. You see, he knew who was on his side. He looked like about a fourth grader. He just hadn't really developed. I was in trouble for wearing their pants too long in those days, you know. Just put my hand and I had to have her sewn up and everything. So, you know, it's just something. I don't know what we did, but we just kept getting it, you know, and coming to school tomorrow. and he's going to do something. So these guys all had an area by the gym where they'd worn out the grass. They'd come early in the morning and smoke and sneak in pot and everything, and they'd stand there, you know, and wear out the grass. And in the power of his might, the breastplate of righteousness. Remember the other day, the Bible calls Satan the ruler whom they devour. He and his demons are everywhere. But wherever they are, whether it's in a third world kind of animistic culture, tribal culture, or whether it's in a very sophisticated, upscale European, Western civilization environment, the solution to confronting Satan, and by the way, the more sophisticated the environment, the more sophisticated we're sending the Word of God across the planet so that whatever the culture might be, because the Word of God is the only antidote to Satan's work in every culture in every part of the world. Thank you for your generosity. This project and all the ministry that will come out of it is a donation at our website, GTY, and communities like yours around the world. And again, it's coming to an end in just a few days, and we want you to show your support.
And kept inviting me to come to spend time with her. And I wanted what she had, so she had something to say that I really wanted to.
Repent to God and ask God to forgive me for my sins because
I said through the earthly eye, and from an earthly mindset and an earthly, at the foot of the cross is the new beginning. From wherever you came from, wherever your marriage you come from, or you think you have it together, a new beginning, eternal life, eternal perspective, and the way we should really live according. How can this marriage work? It would work, and our hearts weren't right with the Lord. So
a low level to a high level.
Right.
Yeah, which is what I think.
As you can see, I have 1.25 inch opening here, but I put a pipe on here, a hose on here, that is 1.5 inches, and it's a lot easier to get on, believe me. It stays on with 2 clamps. And the problem is, this 1.5 inch hose, this is the suction hose. This is the hose that sucks water out of the ground. This hose pushes water back into the ground. This hose sucks water out of the ground. So what it tends to do, it tends to collapse right here in the middle. And so I'm taking 2 pieces of PVC pipe, and I'm fitting them in there. I'm putting them in there, and this will keep them from collapsing. Will keep this hose from collapsing. And this PVC pipe is too big to go back here into this hole, you know, so it won't get into the machinery. It'll just stay right here and keep this hose from collapsing. So in case you wind up doing this yourself. I did have a piece of metal pipe in there, but over 5 years it finally rusted, and it's I didn't want to use it again. So I'm going to try PVC pipe this time, and this piece is pretty strong. You know, it'd take a long time to crush this, and plus it's going to be out of the sun, so I'm hoping it won't get brittle. This stuff gets brittle in the sun. But anyway, just something you might want to know. That's my neighbor's yard, and this is my yard. I think it needs some water. It's gone without water for about a week, and this is we're having 92 degrees in September, so it's been kind of hard on the yard, so it needs a good drink. Well, I've run into a minor problem, and the problem is that this well pump motor is about 2 or 3 inches longer than my old well pump motor, and as a result it overhangs right about here where it shouldn't overhang, and I've got to put the well cover back on here, but this is going to be in the way. So in order to make way, I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to cut right about here, right about halfway in this hose, and just scoot the whole motor over about 2 or 3 inches, and that should take care of it. So observe. Okay, this hose is now much shorter, and there's plenty of room so that the well housing can go back on its foundation and clear this pump. That's right, Fido. Now, within the well housing is this air tank, and the air tank is half airbag and half filled with water, and the airbag should have 30 pounds per square inch in it. And before I turn any water on or put any water in this tank, I'm going to test this thing out to see if it's got any pressure in that airbag. They call it a bladder, but I'd rather just call it an airbag. Okay. Well, this is saying it's about 25 pounds. That's pretty good. 25 pounds. Well, I think I can put a little more pressure in it. It might have lost a little pressure. Let's see how much that is. It's getting close to 30 pounds. There are two things that keep pressure on the system. There's 30 pounds. And one of them is the airbag. The airbag keeps pressure on the system. And the other thing is the motor itself. When pressure drops down to 30 pounds, the motor will come on. And when it goes up to 50 pounds, it'll turn itself off. That's the way it's supposed to operate. So I'm going to put some water in it now. I've got to prime the pump. Okay, the city water is on. It's going into the well pump. It's going down, 47 feet, and hopefully up 47 feet. And I'm going to go over here and test this little faucet out to see how far the city water is getting. When city water starts coming out of this spigot, I'll know that the pump is primed and ready to be turned on. Okay, fine. The city water is now coming through the system, the well system, so I know the pump is primed. So I'm going to walk back over here to the pump, and I'm going to plug it in. Now, I don't know if it'll do anything or not. It shouldn't do anything, but we'll find out. Let's see if something happens. Okay, that's plugged in. Now, I'm going to go inside and flip a switch, turning the electricity on. Well, turn it on. Okay, the well should be on. I hear something. The well is pumping. Can you hear that? I'm going to turn off the city water. Wow. Okay. The city water has been disconnected, and okay, what we have here is well water, free water from 47 feet straight down, 61 degrees. It doesn't cost anything except maybe a little bit of electricity, and I'm glad the pump is working. So I turned the water off now. The water is all off. This thing ought to turn itself off when it hits 50 pounds. It's still going. Ah, it turned itself off. Ah. Well, that looks like it's closer to 60 pounds. Wow. Well, I guess I can adjust the valve pressure switch, but that says 60 pounds. Wow. Now, let's see. I wonder where it comes back on. Let me turn the water on. Okay. Let it run for a little bit. Okay. It's going to run for a little bit. They're losing pressure. Okay. Okay. Oh. Got down to about 30 and it came on. All right. Well, we got us a working system now. I don't see any leaks from the hoses except for the water that I put up here when I was priming the pump. So it looks like everything's sealed A-OK.